Yeah, and like I don't know when the Giants are ever going to fix their O line because a lot of times like Daniel Jones, if he's not running for his life, he's getting crushed like in the pocket or wherever.
Yeah, or running 80 yards and then tripping at the link.
Yeah, that was. I think the one thing that pissed me off the most about that is not even the fact that it happened, is that everyone points to that as like, oh, what the hell is this? You guys lost the game. It's like we scored on that drive anyway. Evan Ingram dropped a pass, and then the defense decided, oh, let me just tackle this guy who's already on the ground. You get a call there, two quick scores, and that was it.
Yeah.
We literally had that game won, and we just couldn't do it. I mean, but it was nice. And the Giants broke that 4-year losing streak to the Eagles last year. That was much needed because it just sucks when we lose to them. It's just annoying. Like I never
Oh,
want to go to
I hate losing to Dallas.
off. Yeah, I think if there's one team I hate more than the Eagles, it's the Cowboys. Why my
Yeah.
dad likes them, I have no idea. I probably shouldn't say that on this podcast. I'll probably get like death threats.
Your
Yeah,
dad
but
will watch it and be like, "Really, Mike? Really?"
yeah. Well, probably most of those death threats are going to come from keyboard warriors who've never been in a real fight in their lives. So kiss my fucking ass. But that's beside the point. I'm not gonna, like I
Right.
said, I
Or
don't.
you'll get the comments, America's team. Okay, America's team 30 some years ago, that's fine. Brag
Yeah,
and say all you want. You act like the Steelers haven't won 6 Super Bowls. Okay, that's right. Dallas only has 5.
yeah. 5 is still pretty good. I mean, it's still more than
Mm-hmm.
both of our teams.
Yeah, no.
Dallas literally has as many as our teams combined, and that pisses me off. We need to fix that. So whether we win the next or you win the next, it doesn't matter. We just have to outnumber Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is nice too that all the teams in our conference have a Super Bowl now. I mean, yeah, it took us a long time to get there, but it felt nice winning it.
Yeah, I think there was at one point in the '90s there was like a 4 years in a row, like someone from the NFC East took it home. I think it was one year it was us, and then 2 years, one year it was Washington, and then 2 years it was Dallas. So it was like one of the most like common streaks. And then 4 years in a row, the Buffalo Bills couldn't bring it home.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, let's not forget the Seattle, blowing it at the 1 yard line.
It was first down, wasn't it?
Yeah, all you have to do
First down.
like literally give you the ball to like the greatest running back of all. Dude, I was watching Marshawn Lynch highlight reels on YouTube the other day, and I'm just like, this is the guy that they didn't give the ball to at the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl when they were already winning. They were already winning. All they had to do was sit on the ball and kick a field goal, and I'm just like, what? Actually, no, they were down by
They were down by 4. They had to
they
run
were
a
down by
touchdown.
4. Yeah, they had to score a touchdown. Yeah, yeah.
And even before that point, before everyone puts the blame on that, they were up by 10 points, 24-14 at that point. So they could have, wrapped up the game by then. But it's like, what's shitty too? I saw like a picture online that like I think somebody got a tattoo saying back to back Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, oh, I saw that. Yeah,
So
I
that
saw
must
that.
have been awkward getting that removed. But it's like I think I talked to my Sean, one of my you remember him, he was one of my groomsmen.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he like I was talking with him like one of the theories going around was that if Marshawn Lynch had taken that ball, taken it into the end zone, and had that stood as the game-winning score, they would have had to give him a massive contract. Which it's not that he didn't, not that it wasn't justified or warranted, but if he can't afford it, you can't give it to him. Is he gonna like what's he gonna do? Like walk away to another team, get more money? Fine. I mean, if you comes, and that's the shitty part. Like a lot of things come down to money.
I mean, it would have been nice to see Seattle win back to back, and that was one of the. But I think the biggest blown Super Bowl win was Atlanta, Super Bowl 51. Wait, yeah, it
I,
was 50. Yeah, yeah, 51. Oh my God.
I have no sympathy for them.
And all they had to do, they had what, like a 30-point lead. All you had to do was sit on the ball, run the clock out. Even if they kicked a field goal every time they went down the field, they still would have won that game.
I
And
think
that was the
Edelman,
biggest thing. Go
that
ahead.
that catch he made, I think if that wasn't complete, then that probably would have.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what the sad part was? At the end of the game, you're thinking to yourself, like, wait a second. They just blew this massive lead, and all they had to do was literally just hold on to the ball.
Yeah,
Just
like
run
Matt.
clock out. I would have told Matt Ryan, walk to the huddle.
they had such a stacked lineup. They had Matt Ryan, they had Julio Jones, um, Roddy White,
They
Devontae
had,
Freeman. Who's the other one? Was it Tevin Coleman?
I think so. And who was their tight end? They had a tight end that year
Austin
too.
Hooper. Austin
Austin
Hooper.
Hooper. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was
Good lineup.
yeah. Um,
I think
that
he
that coach is unemployed right now or something.
who,
Well,
was that Mike Smith, was it?
I think
I
he was with
forget,
them
but
for like what 4 or 5 years, something like that.
yeah, or maybe even Matt Ryan's whole career up to that point.
Yeah, yeah.
But they literally had him beat, but couldn't beat Eli and they couldn't beat Foles.
No, no.
Do you hear what Brady said recently? Like, I think he was like talking with Manning, with Eli and Peyton, saying like, I prefer the games when I played against Peyton more. And then Eli's like, I enjoyed all of our games, Tom, but Brady didn't enjoy it because he got beat in the Super Bowl
Yeah,
twice.
twice.
Congratulations,
Oh.
Eli. Congratulations on your retirement. Not gonna lie though, I wish you hadn't won any Super Bowls.
Well, dude, did you hear? So apparently, that next time that Tom Brady played Foles, I think he was still with the Eagles. He didn't shake his hand after the game. And like Foles was trying to find him to shake his hand, and he was a sore loser and was like, "No, he beat me in the Super Bowl, so I don't want to shake his hand." Like, come on, you're Tom Brady. Like, you don't want to shake someone's hand. Like, come on, that's
He did that.
childish.
He did that to Eli too. I think at the warm ups of Super Bowl 42, Eli went to shake his hand, and Brady's like, nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we became the 1 and 18 and 1. Sorry, Brock Lesnar.
yeah. Someone already beat the streak before you beat the
Yeah,
streak. Oh man.
Brock Lesnar, if you're listening to this, nothing personal. We're gonna talk about you and the Undertaker streak in a topic because
Yeah.
it's one that needs to be addressed.
And especially the goosebumps I used to get when he would jump off on the ring and the fireworks would go off.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been to one of their live events, like when the fireworks go off, it's like a gunshot. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's nice, it's cool on TV, but then in person. I remember when I was little, my parents took me and my sister to a show. I was holding like this tray of chicken nuggets. I see like little sparks in the ring. What's that? I hear boom, it's like a nuke, and I'm like, and mom was like, "Can I have a French fry?" I'm like, I sort of dropped my tray of food. The pyro scared me, and she's like, "Oh crap!" And they got me a new one. Like I felt bad, but like
Damn.
scare the crap. It sneaks up on you when you don't expect it. The pyro, man.
You know what I miss? I miss Kane when he used to throw his hands up in the middle
Hmm.
of the ring and then all the pyro would go off. But dude, my first time seeing him, it used to be called Sovereign Bank. Now it's like Cure Auto Insurance Arena in
Yep.
Trenton. And I saw him when they used to do the Monday Night Raw live. Dude, his entrance, I was sitting in like the ninth row straight out, like facing towards the stadium, right? And I felt the pyro like
Yeah.
when he came out. That's how hot it was. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like it was. I remember the pyro was gone for a while, and they recently brought it back.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue was about that. I think they were just trying to save money or something like that. Or I'm sure someone complained about the smoke or
Yeah. Well, one thing I didn't like about certain shows, like right at the beginning when all the pyro goes off, there's like that giant cloud of smoke that's like in the way when you're trying to watch the match. Like I
yeah.
mean that was annoying, but it's like still like you can't like I like when like in Raw when they had like those like the zip lines going to the stage. It was like little missile, boom, 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 boom.
Nah.
That was always fun to
Or
watch.
the Dudley Boys.
Yep, same. Yeah, yeah. That was always a good experience. And tag teams, that's going to be another topic. Yeah,
I was
we
just gonna say we got to talk about that.
yeah, tag teams, specialty matches, especially the TLC from WrestleMania 17.
Ooh, it was a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah, Jeff Hardy getting speared off the
Who won
like
the Hardys won that, right? It was the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys, right?
yeah, Edge and Christian won though, but I do remember the spot when Matt and Bubba like fell like for almost 20 feet right through like a stack of tables.
Nah.
Yeah, that was like you can't really brace yourself for that kind of landing.
Or Edge doing a spear off the ladder into
To
one of the
Hardy,
Hardys. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
to Jeff, yeah, Jeff like poor goddamn spine just wham.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you watch some of these episodes that they have on Peacock TV, right? And you just hear them talking about some of these matches and afterwards, like how much pain and stuff they were in. Ooh,
Yeah, it breaks their bodies down. It's like you're landing on like a straight up plywood. Doesn't really give
yeah,
that much.
yeah. Dude, I was just watching Crown Jewel, man. That if people don't, I'm not gonna say who won. If people go and watch that match between Edge and
Seth
the Monday,
Rollins.
the Friday Night Messiah.
God,
Oh yeah. Listen, I don't like what they did to Seth Rollins' character. He had that like good entrance music. He had something
burn it
good
down,
going
right?
for him. Right. Burn it down. And the whole thing would just like blow up. And then I liked where like the double basses just kicked in and it was like bah, da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
I think,
like again, if they didn't change his character, and don't get me wrong, the Edge and Rollins match was really good, but like I just don't like what they did as a character. I just don't.
yeah, like he was better off as like, the King Slayer, the Beast Slayer, the Architect. Like, actually, funny thing about his entrance, I think Vince McMahon, like when he saw his entrance, he's like, like that pause. He's like, "Well, we got to fill that with something," and then burn it down was perfect because I think in the when he was feuding with Brock Lesnar, it was like, "I'm gonna burn Suplex City right to the ground." I think that's where a lot of that came from.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I like when he won the Universal title at WrestleMania when he starts like twirling it around. I thought that was really really cool.
That was the first year they built what was it, Levi Stadium?
Yeah, he did it there, and then he did it at MetLife for WrestleMania 35. He did it
Yeah.
both of those times.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The when he cashed in his money in the bank, they call it the heist of the century.
Yeah.
Because
That's
apparently
all right.
Roman was supposed to win that match at first, but I think because the crowd reaction was so bad, because they did to him what they did with John Cena, they just forced him down the fans' throats. It's like, dude, let this guy like grow. But
Yeah.
now but now Reigns, kudos to him. He's doing good at the, as head of the table, tribal chief. Like, I mean, I feel like
The
they
bad
shouldn't.
guy.
Yeah, but I feel like he's taking the role really well. Like, I think eventually he's gonna, become so over as a villain, they're gonna make him a fan favorite again. Like that's when they tried to make Austin a bad guy, it didn't work because Austin was everybody loved him as like the badass guy.
Yeah. I will say this, there was a couple matches though where I thought that Reigns should have lost the Universal title. Like the whole Edge thing in WrestleMania, like
Yeah,
I don't know, I just kind of felt like the storyline was there and it would have been nice to see Edge at least win the title and then have him battle it out again. Like build up the storyline, you know? But
yeah, like or maybe have him win, have his like redemption moment, like journey to the back of back to the top of the mountain because WrestleMania, I think that was the anniversary of the day he had to retire like a decade earlier.
right.
And then, have him win it back, maybe keep the belt on him for like another pay-per-view, and then, maybe Reigns gets it back, and then Edge can at least like, walk out in a blaze of glory, awesome, retire on his own terms.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, why have him win the Rumble then? Like, what was the point?
Yeah, I never understood that. And that was a good Royal Rumble too. That
Yeah,
was a
it's
very, very good one.
yeah, and it just sucks because like yeah, remember it used to be automatic. Like it didn't matter who was the most popular person. The winner of the Royal Rumble match goes on last for a title shot at WrestleMania.
Yeah. That's all right. I didn't really like the that they had that Rollins and Edge match as like the first match at Crown Jewel. It should have been like towards the end or at least in the middle. But I kind of like now that they're highlighting more of the female wrestlers and they're making some of those matches towards the end because some of those matches are like really, really, really good. I mean, the triple threat matches, the TLC matches, having them have like a Royal Rumble now. There's even a instead of King of the Ring, it's like Queen of the Ring or something
Yeah,
like that, or
they
Queen of
get
Queens.
elimination chamber matches they get into,
Oh,
which
that's
is
so cool. Yeah,
yeah, it's like they're really giving recognition because back in the Attitude Era, like there really wasn't that same kind of emphasis. Like a lot of times it was like they showed women as like valets, but now they're like bona fide superstars, and
Nah.
now they're going on last at WrestleMania like they did when Becky won everything.
I think the best elimination chamber matches that I see with female superstars are for the tag team titles.
Yeah, how do they do that? It's like what, three tag team, like couple tag teams duking it out.
Um, so they have four teams in the chambers, and then two tag teams start the match out.
So that's 12 people then. Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
they got enough
Like
room
the
for all those superstars. It's a lot of people.
yeah. I'll be honest, I kind of like Elimination Chamber better than Hell in a Cell. I think Elimination Chamber is just like a great pay-per-view to always watch
Yeah,
because
one
you
of
never
the
know who's coming out. The next person to be,
yeah, that's one of the things they talked about is like I think in interviews like Triple H and Shawn Michaels have said like for that first match like it was designed by people that have nothing to do with the wrestling business. So that thing was like when they say steel, like they actually meant steel, like does not give at all. Like you land on it, it's not like Hell in a Cell where it might give way a little bit. It's
no.
the real deal.
That that and I like when they climb to the top and they jump off of like the
The
chambers
pods.
or whatever. Yeah, the pods. Oh, that's so cool. It's the
Yeah,
best.
I remember RVD did that and he crushed Triple H's larynx. And not that I wish Triple H injury, but it was like, for Triple H to get up and finish the match. Because you'll notice when you go watch it back now, like you'll see, um, because of Triple H like having trouble breathing, like there's a lot of times when he's like incapacitated, unconscious, he's selling it because in real life he's like it's almost like impossible for him to breathe.
No.
Yeah, but he, kudos to him, for still sticking it out, finishing the match. That when one of the ones we'll talk about is obviously in the ruthless aggression area, and the Raw period was when Goldberg got beat in that one, which I almost stopped watching
Break
wrestling that year.
break the streak.
Yeah, like Triple H had a fucking groin injury. He didn't need to win that match. Like Goldberg, beat him to a pulp, then come back like the next month or whatever. But it just,
Or Goldberg versus Rock with Stone Cold, or not Rock, Brock with
oh
Stone
yeah,
Cold as the referee. What was that, WrestleMania 20 or something like that?
yeah, which nobody gave a shit about because right before the match, they learned that both guys were leaving because Brock was going to try to go to play football in the NFL, while Goldberg, his contract expired and he didn't want to renew it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are among the topics that we're going to definitely get into. But now let's get back to the original talking point. What the hell are we going to call this podcast?
I was just gonna say that we gotta get like a little survey going as to what to call this.
Yeah, Mike and Kevin's shoot session. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Two dudes duos. I
Two
don't know.
dudes, two dudes with attitudes would be cool, but that was already taken by HBK and Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The really nice documentary people need to watch on Peacock TV about the two of them.
yeah,
Very, very good.
yeah. Mike and Kevin's Big Red Chew. Chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Nah.
Or Step Brother sessions.
Yeah, Step Brothers. I was just gonna say something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna
The,
have to.
the Step Brothers podcast.
Yeah, Step Brother Squadron podcast or something.
Don't you see? We're related.
Yep.
Don't make me get out the freaking blood test. Did we just become best friends?
Number one, you will fix that now.
Now. Dad, why are you talking to me like that? I'm not taking that crap anymore.
I saw my own son use a bicycle as a weapon. You shouted rape at the top of your lungs. He had the craziest look in his eyes. And at one point he said, let's get it on. Yes, folks, we are huge Step Brothers fans, as you can tell. Like we know every line of that movie. Another movie that we know pretty well is, I guess, Hangover. Are you good with the quoting Pineapple Express in that movie?
No, I gotta watch that again. I haven't watched that in a while.
It's freaking hysterical. James Franco, I'd have to hand it to him because, for playing a serious role like he did in the Spider-Man trilogy, and then to go from this complete dumbass stoner in Pineapple Express, like that's like two characters that one character, like I never pictured him playing, but he just did it so well. Like the vengeful Harry Osborn, and then the stoner Saul.
Uh, that or Talladega Nights.
No, that was
P.S. What?
James Franco was in that.
No. I'm saying that's another movie we quote.
Yes.
P.S. Don't snort these Lucky Charms.
Yeah. You got hair. Real simple. So comics are coming. There's a kilo Colombian Bandman tied under the car. Time to be a man. You got hair in your peaches or what? Oh, and you recognize, yeah, Gary Cole, who played his dad, was also the drug dealer in or drug lord in Pineapple Express.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, because like he's like this washed up bum in Talladega Nights, but then in Pineapple Express, he's like this drug lord guy that seems like he's like super well connected, is like powerful, like two different dimensions, of two different characters, same actor. It's amazing.
No.
If you like
Great.
Will Ferrell, if you like Will Ferrell movies, there's one where he plays like this serious role. I don't know if you've heard of the movie Stranger Than Fiction.
No.
It's really good. It's like basically Will Ferrell plays this guy. He's like an IRS auditor, and in like our world, the real life universe, there's this woman who's an author. So she's writing a story about his life. One day in the life of the story, Will Ferrell's like brushing his teeth. He's like, "What's that sound?" And he hears the voice of the author. And he realizes that he's a character in her fictional universe. It's like it's like a total mind fuck. But if you get a chance, you got to watch it. It's definitely a worth a look. Taking Will Ferrell, like he's usually like the goofy, like loud ass, like frat boy style comedy guy, but to play like a serious role when he's like genuinely upset and showing emotion is like it's definitely worth checking out. It's a really good one.
I just want to thank my sponsors, Taco Bell and Domino's, for providing us for this delicious meal,
Yeah.
especially the ice cold blue raspberry tickles when it goes down my throat.
Like
He's
the
like,
baby version of
"Amen."
Jesus, the best. You hear me?
Yeah. He's like, when you say grace, you can say grace to the baby Jesus, the teenage Jesus, the grown man Jesus, whatever you want. But I like the baby Jesus. And then she's like, "Honey, can you please finish the grace?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
No,
Dear
it was
baby
the
Jesus, lying up there in your golden manger. I'm sorry. Oh,
nah,
this movie's just made me like, dude, how do you not like when there's nothing on TV, you're just like, I gotta watch this movie. Like I gotta put it on and I gotta like, oh man.
yeah, I gotta
Uh,
watch The Hangover again because I haven't like I know every line from it. That's the problem because it's not like funny because I know what's gonna happen next. So I need at least another like 3 or 4 years so I can watch it again.
Suck on these Chinese hairy nuts.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's crazy these things that like all these movies that we grew up with are now like they're like
Classics.
yeah, they're gonna be movies that we like tell our kids about in the future.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, well, yo, I'm gonna let you go. We sign off on the podcast.
Yes,
Definitely
everybody,
got
it's
to think
been
of a name. Got to upload this as the first episode. The no
100%.
names, and
Yeah.
we need to get fan base feedback. Remember, this is a
Yes.
negative free zone.
Yeah. So no politics. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit, or else you're getting blocked. Or as Matt Hardy would say, delete it, delete, delete, delete. But no, for real, no politics, no bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like
So
that.
yeah, so fans, if you have an idea, suggestion, please drop it in the comment section right down here. And we will see you on the next time of the Yet to Be Named podcast. Peace
Peace.
out.